Alright guys, so if you tuned in from part one, if you were watching part one and you're here for part two, I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate your trust, your support. So I left off at them hiring what they call were security guards for my dad's apartment complex. So, I explained what they were doing, synchronized with me when I was looking throughout the window. But what I didn't mention was I noticed that this specific security car would be parked up directly right in front, of the back of the porch, of the balcony, whatever you want to call it. And again, this is another tactic that made me find out about smart technology. So this car would be parked up there for sometimes about a week, if as much as I can remember. And I got this, I don't know what, if it was my spirit, maybe it was my spirit and not smart technology, but something was giving me this feeling like it had some type of surveillance, because it was just creepy. The car would just be parked up there. This is the same car that I'll see riding around. This same car that I'll be seeing riding around. And it turns out that sometimes there'll be one of the agents that was inside of that car, just sitting in it for hours, I guess. I don't know, for days. Bro, that's how I also got to find out that these people are not normal. They can't be normal people. They would be parked up in front of my balcony, in front of the porch, in a security car for days. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in that car, but my spirit, bro, I'm telling you, something always told me that it was something of no good. And this is where there's so many connecting points. If you guys aren't following along with my story, it can go over your head. This same car, I don't know if I can just start out. All right, let me continue off where I left off. So this car, keep in mind that this is like the main I guess you say this is like, besides me, this is like the other main character. This is like the main security, right? The car that I told you be parked up in front of my porch, and sometimes the security guard is in there for days. So it's a great car. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So keep that car in mind. You guys know, I'm gonna continue on with my story. So they'll be doing that. So to make a long story short, I got tired of the harassment that I was getting there. I also explained, I was going to leave this story out, but, when talking about my gang stalking experience, this is a story that I would never forget for as long as I live. I was in my dad's place, and I went in the kitchen for whatever reason, whether it's to get something to drink, get something to eat, snack, whatever the case may be. And as soon as I went in the kitchen, I saw the door slam. I was about to say I heard and saw the door slam. So, the door slam, I mean, come on now, it has to be somebody. Either that, ghost, whatever the case may be. So, this was not the best idea, to tell you guys the God honest truth. But I opened the door to see if there was anyone, in the lobby on the third floor. And when I opened the door, another door slammed. So that gave me the idea that they had some, room that they was in, possibly tracking, monitoring, and surveilling my every movement. Just playing games. So to make a long story short, I got tired of the harassment I was getting at my dad's place, and I ended up moving to my grandmother's house. The reason why I told you guys to remember this specific security car was because when I moved from my dad's apartment complex to my grandmother's house, this same security car followed me there. It followed me there. It will also be following my school bus to and from school. It will also be parked up on my grandmother's street. You guys know what I mean? So that's when I definitely got to find out that they weren't security guards, something deeper than security guards. You guys know what I mean? Keep in mind that they're supposed to be security guards for that apartment complex only. But they'll be following me around to different cities. You guys know what I mean? So it's just so much going through this gang stalking program, man. It's like making these videos, as I said, I'm remembering from scratch. And there's still some stuff that I missed out.